Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Dear learners, I am Dr. Renuka Mainde, Corporate Nutritionist, Academic Counselor in IGNOU for their MSc DFSM course. Learners, the objective for the present modules are: explain the overview on the market of milk, understand the different milk and milk products. Dairy industry in India. India is a leading milk producing country in world, accounting for 19% of global market share and expected to grow at compound annual growth rate of 14.8% between financial year 2018 to 2023. As per fiscal year 2019, milk production in India amounted to about 187 million metric tons. As per financial year 2018, around 81% of the Indian dairy and milk processing market comes under unorganized sector, where milk is processed in unhygienic infrastructure, which affects the overall quality of milk and milk-based products. Consumption pattern of liquid milk at the farm level and fewer infrastructures for processing are the main reason for low value addition of milk. The demand for value added product, especially traditional dairy products, is increasing day by day, and the dairy industry of the country is trying to meet the present demand. Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Gujarat are the major milk producing states in India. Uttar Pradesh is the largest milk producing state as it has highest buffalo population and second highest cattle population in the country. Majority of the rural population in this state is engaged in livestock nurture and dairy farming. Gujarat holds several cooperative dairy unions, milk cooperative societies and private dairy plants which play vital role in the production of milk and milk-based products in the state. Fluid milk from cows or buffalo form a very important part of human diets throughout the world, except in those regions or countries where the population has an intolerance of milk, example China, or where social custom constrains the use of milk, example parts of Africa. Besides its use for fluid milk consumption, milk is also valued for the consumption and industrial use of milk products which are derived from various components of milk. Worldwide, about 11 to 12% of total milk supplies are from animal species other than cattle, like 5.6% sheep and goat, 3.5% camel, and yak and reindeer provides approximately 1.6% of milk. Let us understand different milk products. Fresh milk is highly perishable, bulky and easily contaminated. It is a favorable medium for bacterial growth because it is so susceptible to contamination and adulteration. Fluid milk production, treatment and distribution is widely subject to control. To deter spoilage and contamination from human disease organism, fluid milk is either processed by heat treatment, that is pasteurization, or ultra heat treated. Milk products are numerous and perform variety of roles in the diet. Different form of milk products such as butter, cheese, cream, yogurt, casein and ice cream are widely consumed. Let us begin with cream. According to the Prevention of Food Adulteration Rules 1976, cream excluding sterilized cream is the product of cow or buffalo milk or a combination, therefore which contains not less than 25% milk fat. Cream is a rich in energy giving fat and fat soluble vitamins A, D, E and K, content of which depends on the fat level in cream. Classification of cream. Cream may be broadly classified into market cream, which is used for direct consumption, and manufacturing cream, which is used for manufacture of dairy products. The three different types of cream are table cream or light cream, which contains 20 to 25% of milk fat, coffee cream or whipping cream, which contains 30 to 40% of fat, and heavy cream or plastic cream, which contain 65 to 85% of milk fat. Let us understand the composition of cream. The average chemical composition of cream is as follows: water between 45 to 68.2%, fat 25 to 60%, protein 1.69 to 2.54%, lactose 2.47 to 3.71%, ash 0.37 to 0.56%, total solids 31.8 to 54.55%, solid non-fat 4.55 to 6.80%. Let us understand cream separation from milk. Cream can be separated from milk by either gravity or centrifugal separation methods. The basic principle of cream separation is based on the fact that milk fat is lighter than skim milk portion. The average density of milk fat is 0.93 and skim milk is 1.036. Hence, when milk is subjected to centrifugal force, the two components, that is cream and skim milk, get separated. Packaging and storage of table cream. Table cream is packed for retail sale in units similar to those for milk, such as glass bottle, paper cartons, low density polyethylene sachets, plastic bottles, etc. Storage and distribution. Cream is stored preferably at 5 to 10 degrees centigrade and distributed as early as possible, but preferably within 3 hours of removing from cold storage. Churning of milk, that is, we call it buttermilk. Good churn ability refers to clear breaking stage churning until the grains of butter are of correct size. Exhaustiveness of churning refers to fat losses in buttermilk, satisfactory washing and optimum churning period. Factors affecting churn ability of cream and body of fat. Chemical composition of fat. An increase in proportion of soft fat shortens the churning period, diminishes the firmness of butter, and increases the fat losses in buttermilk and vice versa. Factors influencing churn ability of cream. Size of the fat globules. The higher the proportion, the small size fat globules, the longer the churning time and the greater the fat loss in buttermilk and vice versa. Viscosity of cream. The greater the viscosity of cream, greater the churning period. Temperature of cream at churning. Under Indian conditions, the optimum churning temperature ranges from 9 to 11 degrees centigrade. A higher churning temperature causes a short churning time, higher fat loss and weak body in butter, which is difficult to wash and from which it is difficult to remove curd particles properly. A low churning temperature prolongs the churning period. Fat percentage of cream. The higher percentage of cream, the lower the churning period. The fat percentage under Indian conditions will be 40 for cow's milk and 35 for buffalo milk. Acidity of cream. Acid cream churns more rapidly and exhaustively than sweet cream. Loads of churn. The butter churn should be filled with 1/2 to 1/3 of its total capacity with cream. Overloading prolongs churning time while underloading reduces total capacity of the churn. Nature of agitation. This is influenced by the size type and RPM, rotation per minute of the churn and affects the churning period. Pre-churning aging period refers to cooling and aging of cream. Operating the churn. After initial rotating the churn for 5 to 10 minutes, the liberated gas is removed once or twice by opening the churn vent. Then the cream sample is drawn for the fat test. During the churning process, there is invariably a rise in temperature from 1 to 3 degrees centigrade. Churning is accompanied by foaming. Pre-churning aging period. Then comes the breaking stage, when the cream breaks away from the spyglass, which becomes clear. At this stage, the fat in the skim milk emulsion breaks and very small butter granules of the size of pinhead makes their appearance. It is sometimes necessary, especially in the tropics, to add breakwater at this stage to reduce temperature of churn contents and thereby control the body of the butter. The amount and the temperature of breakwater depends on the temperate reduction required. After the breaking, the churning is continued until the butter grains are of desired size. Example, pea size is a large churn. In the tropics, addition of breakwater can be avoided by providing an air-conditioned butter-making rooms or chill water spray over the butter churn. Let us understand factors affecting fat loss in buttermilk. Fat percentage of cream. Lower the fat percentage of cream, the lower the fat percentage in buttermilk, but the greater is the percent total fat loss in buttermilk. Vice versa. Size of fat globules. The greater the proportion of small-sized fat globules, greater the fat loss. Physical properties of fat. The softer the fat, more the fat loss. Condition of cooling and aging. Insufficient cooling and aging, improper crystallization causes more fat loss. Condition of churn, overloading, gross underloading and underchurning all cause a greater fat loss in buttermilk. Let us understand next step, that is washing. When the cream has been churned, the churn is stopped in the proper position. A drain plug fixed and the buttermilk removed through sieve. The purpose of washing is removing all loose buttermilk adhering to butter grains so as to reduce the curd content of butter, thereby improving its keeping quality. To correct effects in the firmness of butter by proper adjustment of wash water temperatures and to decrease the intensity of certain of flavors. After buttermilk is been drained, chilled water is added to the butter grains in the churn. The temperature of water is usually 1 to 2 degrees centigrade lower than churning temperature of cream and an amount equal to the quantity of buttermilk removed. Normally, one wash is enough for good quality butter. The quality of butter should be physically clean and bacteriologically and chemically safe. It is better to use freshly pasteurized and cooled water. Salting. Salting refers to addition of salt to butter to improve the keeping quality and also to enhance the taste. To increase the overrun, salt is usually added at threat of 2 to 2.5% of butter fat. Excessive salt damages the quality of butter. The calculated amount of salt may be added to butter either by sprinkling the powder salt over the butter surface during working, or it may be weighted at the least amount of potable water and then sprinkled over the butter during working. The salt is added in the form of saturated solution of brine. Specification of butter salt. The salt should be coarse grained and free from lumps. It should pass completely through aperture sieve of 842 microns. 99.5 to 99.85% sodium chloride on dry matter. Bacterial count should be less than 10 per kg. It should be completely soluble, high rate of solution and negligible sediment. Let's learn about butter. Butter may be defined as fat concentrate obtained by churning cream, gathering fat into compact mass and then working it. According to the Prevention of Food Adulteration Rules 1976, table creamery butter is the product obtained from cow or buffalo milk or combination thereof, or from cream or curd from cow or buffalo milk, or a combination thereof with or without addition of common salt and carotene as a coloring matter. It should be free from other animal fat, wax, mineral oils, vegetable oils and fats. No preservatives except common salt, no coloring matter except carotene may be added. It must contain not less than 80% by weight of milk fat, not more than 1.5% by weight of curd, and not more than 3% by weight of common salt. Diacetyl may be added as a flavoring agent, but if so used, the total diacetyl content must not exceed 4 ppm, that is parts per million. Calcium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, sodium polyphosphate may be added but must not exceed the weight of butter as whole by more than 0.2%. Classification of butter. Many kinds of butter are found in market. This differs with the type of cream from which they are made and with the variation with the manufacturing process. The type of butter are pasteurized cream butter, made usually from pasteurized sweet cream. Such butter usually has a milder flavor than that made from similar cream not pasteurized. Ripened cream butter. Butter made from the cream in which butter culture is added and incubated till the desired acidity and the flavor are produced. Properly made ripened cream butter has a delicate flavor which is referred to as real butter flavor. Unripened cream butter made from unripened cream. Salted butter, a butter to which salt has been added. Unsalted butter contains no added salt. Sweet cream butter, butter produced from cream in which the acidity does not exceed 0.2% in the churned cream. Sour cream, made from cream in which acidity exceed 0.2%. Fresh butter, butter that does not undergo cold storage. Cold storage butter, butter stored at a temperature of about minus 18 degrees centigrade for some time. Dairy butter, made on farm. It is usually made from unpasteurized sour cream which has not been standardized for acidity. This butter generally has a sour flavor due to the high acid content of cream. Let us understand about paneer. Paneer is a delicacy relished in every Indian home. A variety of dishes can be prepared from paneer. As per Food Safety and Standard Regulation 2011, paneer is the heat-assisted coagulated product resulted from the coagulation of cow or buffalo milk or combination thereof with the help of lactic acid or citric acid. The paneer must have moisture content less than 70%. The fat percentage of paneer shall be greater than 50% of dry matter. Milk powder may also be used in the preparation of paneer. The moisture and the fat percentage of low-fat paneer shall not be more than 70 and 15 respectively on dry matter basis. According to Bureau of Indian Standards, paneer shall contain a minimum of 50% fat on dry matter basis, but moisture content shall not go beyond 60%. Preparation of paneer. take standardized milk, SNF, solid non-fat in proportion of 1:1.65 in a clean and sterilized stainless steel vat. The milk will be heated up to 82 degrees centigrade. Maintain the same temperature for 5 minutes and then cool the milk to 70 degrees centigrade. 1% citric acid solution with respect to milk is used as coagulant. The temperature of coagulant is maintained at 70 degrees centigrade, which is same as the temperature of milk at the time of addition of coagulant. The coagulant should be added in optimum quantity so that a clear whey separation shall be achieved. The green color of the whey indicates proper coagulation. Stirring should not be intense, otherwise this will lead to break up the curd mass. When the pH of whey reached in the range of 5.7 to 6, allow the curd mass to be settled for about 5 to 10 minutes. Allow the whey to be drained out through muslin cloth and then the coagulated curd remains in the vat or cloth. It is advised that the whey temperature should not fall below 63 degrees centigrade during the whole process. The curd mass shall be filled in the stainless steel hoops lined with the muslin cloth and pressed for 15 to 20 minutes. Pressing can be achieved through a manual press or pneumatic press. Immerse the pressed paneer blocks in chilled water, temperature ranging from 4 to 6 degrees centigrade or 5% brine solution, that is 4 to 6% for 2 to 3 hours to achieve firmness. Further, paneer blocks were cut and dried to remove extra free water. At last, the paneer slices were packed in vacuum packages made of high-density polyethylene and stored at 5 to 8 degrees centigrade for further sale and distribution. Paneer from buffalo milk. In this process, buffalo milk with fat content 5.8 to 6% was heated to 90 degrees centigrade without holding. This milk is further cooled down to 70 degrees centigrade and coagulated with 1 to 1.5% citric acid solution, which is upheld at 70 degrees centigrade. Stirring is preferred till the separation of clear whey. Remove all the whey produced in this process and collect the coagulated mass in the hoops lined with muslin cloth. The whey temperature must be maintained about 63 degrees centigrade during draining. After the block of curd is removed and immersed in pasteurized chilled water, maintained at 5 to 6 degrees centigrade for around 2 hours. Dipping of paneer pieces helps to improve the body and texture of paneer along with cooling. The moisture manual slicing. Paneer having 51 to 54% moisture is expected to exhibit yield of 21 to 23% and 17 to 18% when made out of standardized buffalo or cow milk respectively. Paneer from cow milk. Paneer may be prepared from standardized cow milk using cream extracted from cow milk only with a fat percent in the range of 4.5 to 5. Calcium chloride is also added in this milk in the range of 0.05 to 0.10%. Milk is heated to 90 degrees centigrade without holding and further cooled to 85 degrees centigrade. For coagulation, citric acid solution of 2%, which was prepared and maintained at temperature of 85 degrees centigrade, was mixed with the milk at this temperature only. Recombined milk paneer. Recombined milk means a milk which is prepared with skim milk powder, cream, butter and good quality water. This milk is standardized and homogenized for further process. This milk is then heated to 90 degrees centigrade without holding and coagulated with the help of 10% citric acid solution maintained at same temperature. Reconstituted milk paneer. In this type, whole milk powder is dissolved in good quality water at 50 degrees centigrade and hold in tank for 3 to 4 hours for proper hydration of milk component. Calcium chloride of 0.1 to 0.15% is added to the milk and the mixed milk is heated to 90 degrees centigrade without holding. Let us now learn about yogurt. Yogurt is one of the most popular fermented dairy product which has a wide acceptance worldwide, whereas its nutritional and health benefits are well known for centuries. The origin of yogurt is dated back to 6000 BC. According to the Code of Federal Regulation of United States Food and Drug Administration, yogurt can be defined as food produced by culturing one or more of the optional dairy ingredients, namely cream, milk, partially skim milk and skim milk, used alone or in combination with characteristics bacterial culture that contains lactic acid producing bacteria, Lactobacillus vulgaris and Streptococcus thermophilus. Yogurt should contain at least 3.25% of milk fat and 8.25% of milk solids non-fat with titrable acidity of not less than 0.9% expressed as lactic acid. The composition requirement for milk fat and milk solid non-fat is applied to the yogurt prior to the addition of bulky flavoring ingredients according to US Drug Association specification for yogurt. Traditionally, yogurt is made of cow, buffalo, goat and sheep milk. However, milk from camel is also used in yogurt making in some of the regions in the world. General manufacturing process of yogurt. Manufacturing of yogurt is an ancient technique which dates back to thousands of years and the knowledge has transferred generation to generation. However, during the last few decades, it became a more rational due to improvement of various fields such as microbiology, biochemistry and food engineering. Today, it is a complex activity combined with art and science. The generalized process of yogurt making is comprised of modifying the original composition of milk, pasteurizing yogurt mix, fermentation at thermophilic temperature of 40 to 45 degrees centigrade, cooling and addition of fruits and flavors. Yogurt is made with variety of ingredients including milk, sweeteners, stabilizer, fruits, flavors and bacterial culture. Milk is the main ingredient used in yogurt making. The type of milk to be used depends on variety or a type of the yogurt that will be prepared. For the instance, whole milk is used for full fat regular yogurt. Partially skim milk is used for low fat yogurt and skim milk is used for non-fat yogurt. Cream, butterfat is used to adjust the fat content, whereas skim milk powder, whey protein concentrate are used to elevate total solid content of yogurt mix. Stabilizers are usually added to the mix in order to increase the body and texture, leading to an increase in firmness, prevents whey separation, and aids in uniform distribution of ingredients. Inoculation and fermentation. After the heat treatment, the yogurt mix is cooled to 40 to 46 degrees centigrades prior to addition of yogurt starter or culture bacteria at the concentration of about 2%. This temperature range is optimal for the thermophilic microorganism used in the yogurt starter culture. The typical standard yogurt culture consists of Thermophilus, Lactobacillus delbrueckii and Bulgaris in 1:1 ratio. Inoculation of starter culture usually takes place in sealed hygienic stainless steel vessel. However, the place of fermentation is different to each other in the set and stirred yogurt manufacturer. It is usually occurred in individual container and in large hygienic stainless steel vessel, vats in set and stirred yogurt manufacturing process respectively. Incubation temperature is maintained and monitored at optimal level throughout the fermentation process for few hours, that is between 2.5 to 3 hours, until the pH and acidity reach their desired level prior to discontinue fermentation process by rapid cooling. During fermentation process, due to metabolic activity of the lactic acid bacteria used, lactose converts into lactic acid which coagulates milk protein along with the production of certain volatile compounds that gives its characteristics flavor and aroma. When yogurt has reached the desired pH of 4.5 to 4.6, it will be then often blast chilled to refrigerated temperature less than 10 degrees centigrade in order to stop fermentation process and thereby stops further acid development. In the manufacture of set yogurt, yogurts are directly transferred to a cold store or blast chill in cooling tunnels. On the other hand, in the manufacture of stirred yogurt, cooling is first performed by agitating the coagulum in the jacketed fermentation vat in order to produce smoothened product before filling to containers. Nutritional profiling of yogurt. The general composition of yogurt is more or less similar to that of milk. Therefore, Yogurt is a rich source of milk protein, carbohydrates, minerals such as calcium and phosphorus, and vitamins such as riboflavin, thiamine, cobalamin, folate, niacin, and vitamin A. Milk proteins available in yogurt is in high quality due to its high biological value and provide almost all essential amino acids necessary to maintain good health. In addition, milk protein available in yogurt contain higher content of proline and glycine, contain amino acid than that in whole milk while performing additional body functions such as enhancing calcium absorption and boosting the immune function. Varieties and types of yogurt. Yogurt can be categorized into two different groups, namely standard culture yogurt and bio or probiotic yogurt. Standard yogurt refers to those made with Lactobacillus bulgaris and S. thermophilus. These bacteria said to be not actually inhabit gut, however, able to stimulate the friendly microflora already present in the gut, helping to maintain the general intestinal health. Flavored yogurt. Yogurt are available in variety of flavors including fruits like apple, apricot, black cherry, black currant, blueberry, mandarin, raspberry, lemon, strawberry, peach, and different cereals, vegetables, chocolate, vanilla, caramel, ginger, etc. In general, flavors are added to yogurt during production stage, and the addition of flavors not only results in enhancing the taste but also increases the sweetness of the product. Frozen yogurt. The frozen yogurt is defined as a food which is prepared by freezing while stirring pasteurized mixture consisting of the ingredients permitted for ice cream and should contain not less than 3.25% milk fat and not less than 8.25% milk solid non-fat and has a titrable acidity of at least 0.3% expressed as lactic acid, whereas the low-fat version resembles more than 0.5% but less than 2% of milk fat with same amount of milk solid non-fat. In order to obtain the National Yogurt Association's Life and Active Culture seal, frozen yogurt must be a product produced by fermenting pasteurized milk using traditional yogurt culture until proper acidity is achieved, followed by mixing with pasteurized ice cream mix including cream, sugar, stabilizer, etc. according to the predetermined recipe of the manufacturers, which can then be blended with fruits. Dried yogurt, yogurt powder. Yogurt powder is produced by fermenting non-fat milk using standard yogurt culture until attain the desirable pH, followed by a step of drying, most probably by freeze drying. In addition, blended yogurt powder is manufactured by blending cultured non-fat milk, cultured whey protein concentrate, cultured dairy solids, non-fat dry milk, and lactic acid. Yogurt powder adds a unique dairy flavor to the food application including beverages, confectionery, and dips. The main intention of manufacturing yogurt powder is to store the product in a stable and readily utilizable state, and it can be utilized to replace fresh yogurt for beverages and dip, and in confectionery industry as a coating material for coating of dry fruits, nuts, cereals, and other snacks items. Greek style yogurt. This yogurt is made of either from partially condensed milk or by staining whey from plain yogurt to make it thicker and creamier. Due to its thick texture, it tends to hold up better upon heat than regular yogurt and thus utilizes as a main ingredient in making thick dips. Although it is a delicious product, it claimed to have a high amount of fat, including high content of saturated fat. It is a rich source of vitamin A, as of 150 gram of serving will provide 1/5 of recommended daily allowance of vitamin A. Greek style yogurts are available in full fat and low fat version. Many cooks and bakers used to make their own strained yogurt with the intention to utilize in their cuisines in the fresh form. Learners, let us understand about ice cream. Ice cream is also accepted as a nutritious food for the aged, sick, and those who are recovering from the disease. Milk contains 3.5% fat, 9% solid non-fat, whereas ice cream contains 10 to 11% fat and 11 to 12% of solid non-fat. Fat content is increased too by addition of cream or butter. Solid non-fat content is increased by addition of skim milk powder or protein replacers. To stabilize the mix and to prevent the ice crystal formation, stabilizers like sodium alginate at level of 0.3% is used. For better weeping ability, emulsifier like glycerol monostearate is added at level of 0.2%. For sweetness, sugar is added up to 15%. Equipments like batch freezer or softy ice cream freezer, pasteurizing and aging vats and homogenizer deep freezers are required. Let us understand ingredients and procedure for making ice cream. Ingredients: whole milk, cream, butter, oil, skim milk powder, emulsifiers like glycerol monostearate, stabilizers like sodium alginate, guar, gelatin, sweetening agent like cane sugar, dried fruits and nuts, and total solid replacers etc. are required. Procedure: this include 3 steps: calculating and figuring the mix, preparing the mix, and freezing the mix. There are different ingredients used in the preparation of ice cream mix, which include whole milk, skim milk powder, cream, sugar, and stabilizer. Cream and stabilizer are heated in the vat at 110 degree Fahrenheit. At this temperature, the dissolved skim milk powder, sugar, and stabilizer is added. Initially, they are mixed separately with little quantity of milk. The mixture is agitated to get uniform mix without any clumps in a mixer. After uniform mixing, the mix can be pasteurized and cooled to room temperature and then to 50 degrees centigrade. It is maintained at same temperature for 4 to 6 hours for aging. After aging of mix, freezing is done in an ice cream freezer. Color and essence are added to ice cream mix and measured quantity of the mix is poured into the freezing table. The compressor is started and motor is switched on, which rotates the dasher cum scraper. The ice cream formed is checked for its consistency and later drawn into container for use. Prepared ice cream is packed in wax-coated paper cups, plastic cups, or edible wafer cones. Knowing the volume of each cone or cup, the number of cups produced, total volume of ice cream prepared is arrived at and overrun is calculated accordingly. Cooling and aging of ice cream. After homogenization, hot mix is quickly cooled in the surface cooler and transferred to aging vats for 5 to 6 hours. Freezing of the mix. Color and flavor are added before freezing. The preferable combination of flavor and color are green for pista, yellow for mango, pink for strawberry, and white color for vanilla. The ice cream mix along with air is then pumped into the freezer where it is converted into ice cream. This process calls for simultaneously whipping and freezing. High-speed blades in the freezer whip the mix and air together to form a creamy mix. It is at this stage that fruits, nuts, and other ingredients are added. Overrun in ice cream. Overrun is the term for the percent of expansion of ice cream achieved from amount of air incorporated into the product during freezing process. Overrun of 50% means that it is expanded 50%. For the example, 1 gallon of ice cream mix makes 1.5 gallons of the finished product. Hardening and storage. The ice cream collected in cups is hardened by bringing down the temperature to minus 25 degrees centigrade. The rapid hardening process that takes place also ensures a smoother ice cream. Learners, let us now understand non-dairy milk or plant-based milk. Plant-based or non-dairy milk alternative is the fast-growing segment in newer food product development category of functional and specialty beverages across the globe. Nowadays, cow milk allergy, lactose intolerance, calorie concern, and prevalence of hypercholesteremia, more preference to vegan diets has influenced consumer towards choosing cow milk alternatives. Plant-based milk alternatives are rising trend which can serve as an inexpensive alternate to poor economic group of developing countries and in places where cow's milk supply is insufficient. The numerous types of innovative food beverages from plant sources are being explored for cow milk alternative. Majority of these milk alternatives lack nutritional balance when compared to bovine milk. However, they contain functionally active components with health promoting properties which attract health conscious consumers. Let us see oat milk. Oat milk is the recent emergent in the market owing to its potential therapeutic benefit. Oat has received extensive interest due to the presence of dietary fibers, phytochemicals, and high nutritive value. Oats possess various health benefits such as hypocholesteremic and anti-cancer properties. Health benefits of oats are associated with dietary fibers such as beta-glucans, functional protein, lipid, and starch components, and phytochemicals present in the oat grain, and that is why it is one of the promising raw material for preparation of functional plant-based milk. Oats are good source of protein with good amino acid balance. The interest in oats is mainly aroused due to presence of functionally active component beta-glucans which possess nutraceutical properties. Beta-glucan, a soluble fiber, has the ability to increase solution viscosity and can delay gastric emptying time, increases gastrointestinal transit time, which is associated with their reduced blood glucose level. Oat fiber are also known for their hypocholesteremic effect by reducing total and LDL cholesterol. They are also good source of antioxidant and polyphenols. Oats contain 60% starch, 11 to 15% of total protein, 5 to 9% lipid, 2.3 to 8.5% dietary fiber, and 0.54% calcium. The use of oats in gluten-free or celiac diet are well explored. In order to diversify the oat consumption, the attempts have been made to develop oat-based beverages or oat milk. Let us understand soy milk. The use of soy milk was first reported about 2000 years ago in China. Soy milk was the first plant-based milk which serves the purpose of providing nutrients to the population where the milk supply was inadequate. It was also popular amongst the population who are allergic to milk protein and are lactose intolerant. Soy milk is a good source of essential monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids which are considered good for cardiovascular health. It serves as an inexpensive, refreshing and nutritional beverage to the consumer. Isoflavones appear to be the functionally active component responsible for the beneficial effect of soybean. Isoflavones are well known for their protective effect against cancer, cardiovascular disease, and osteoporosis. Let us now learn about almond milk. Almond contains approximately 25% of protein, majority of which is present in the form of amidine. Almond is a nutrient-dense product and is an excellent source of vitamin E in the form of alpha-tocopherol and manganese. Compared to other plant-based milk, almond milk is naturally a good source of vitamins, especially vitamin E, which cannot be synthesized by the body and need to be supplied through diet or supplements. Alpha-tocopherol is functionally active compound of the vitamin E and is a powerful antioxidant which plays a critical role in protecting against free radical reactions. Let us understand making of almond milk. For preparing almond milk includes heating an aqueous dispersion of partially de-oiled almond powder proportionate at 1% and mixed about 0.1% of a stabilizing hydrocolloid at 90 degrees centigrade for a lapse of time that is sufficient to allow compounds to solubilize. It is followed by grinding in aqueous phase, and then a centrifugal clarification was adapted to remove the particles that are large enough to be detected by the tongue or the roof of the mouth. The product is then sterilized by ultra high temperature treatment, and homogenization is carried out during cooling, followed by aseptic of the product obtained. Coconut milk. Coconut milk plays an important part in the Southeast Asian cuisine. It is not only consumed as a beverage but used as an ingredient in number of sweet and savory recipes. Coconut milk has high fat content and is generally used in curries as a thickener to give body to the product. Coconut is a nutrient dense product and is a good source of fiber. Coconut milk is rich in vitamins and minerals such as iron, calcium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc. It also contains a significant amount of vitamin C and E. The use of coconut milk is associated with health benefits such as anti-carcinogenic, antimicrobial, antibacterial, and antiviral. It contains a saturated fat, lauric acid, which is present in mother's milk and has been related to promote brain development. Lauric acid is also helpful in boosting immune system and maintaining the elasticity of the blood vessels. Let's conclude, learners. India is a leading milk producing country in the world, accounting for 19% of global market share and expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 14.8% between financial year of 2018 to 2023. According to the Prevention of Food Adulteration Rules 1976, cream, excluding sterilized cream, is the product of cow or buffalo milk or a combination thereof which contains not less than 25% of milk fat. Butter may be defined as a fat concentrate obtained by churning cream, gathering the fat into compact mass and then working it. Paneer is a delicacy relished in every Indian home. Variety of dishes can be prepared from paneer. As per Food Safety and Standard Regulation 2011, paneer is the heat-assisted coagulated product resulted from the coagulation of cow or buffalo milk or a combination thereof with the help of lactic acid or citric acid. Yogurt is one of the most popular fermented dairy products which has a wide acceptance worldwide, whereas its nutritional and health benefits are well known for centuries. The origin of yogurt is dated back to the 6000 BC. Ice cream is also accepted as a nutritious food for the aged, sick, and those who are recovering from the disease. Generic educational campaigns need to be carried out to create a better awareness of ice cream as a healthful and hygienic food that can be consumed throughout the year. Plant-based or dairy milk alternative is the fast-growing segment in newer food product development category of functional and specialty beverage across the globe. Nowadays, a cow milk allergy, lactose intolerance, caloric concern, and the prevalence of hypercholesteremia, more preference to vegan diets has influenced consumer towards choosing cow milk alternatives. Thank you, learners.